High in the Himalayas of Nepal, life is different. The air is thin, the mountains are high, the landscape is rugged and breathtaking, with peaks that touch the sky and valleys that seem to go on forever. This remote region is not just a geographical wonder, but also a cultural treasure trove, and the people have learned to live in a very special way. They have adapted to the harsh conditions, developing unique lifestyles and traditions that have been passed down through generations. This is where we find the Tong women. They are an integral part of this high-altitude society, embodying the resilience and spirit of their community. They live in small villages in the Upper Dolpa region. Their homes are simple, often made of stone and wood, blending seamlessly with the natural surroundings. These villages are isolated, accessible only by foot or mule, which adds to their unique charm. Their lives are connected to the land. They farm the terraced fields, grow barley and potatoes, and tend to their yaks and sheep. Every aspect of their daily routine is intertwined with the rhythms of nature, but their traditions are what make them unique. They celebrate festivals with vibrant dances and songs, and their rituals are deeply rooted in their beliefs and history. The Tong women are known for their practice of polyandry. This ancient tradition is not just a marital arrangement, but a social structure that helps maintain the balance within their community. This means a woman can have more than one husband. Typically, these husbands are brothers, which helps keep family land and resources intact. It might sound unusual to some. Visitors often find it surprising and intriguing, but for the Tong people, it is a practical solution to the challenges of their environment. But for the Tong people, it is a way of life. It fosters cooperation and unity, ensuring that everyone has a role and a place within the community. It has been for centuries. This practice has deep historical roots and has been preserved through the ages, despite the changes in the world around them. To understand the Tong women, we must understand polyandry. It is more than just a tradition. It is a way of life that shapes their identity and community. It is woven into the fabric of their lives. From the way they manage their households to the way they interact with each other, polyandry influences every aspect of their existence. Polyandry is more than just a marriage practice for the Tong people. It is a deeply rooted tradition that has been passed down through generations, shaping their way of life and their community structure. It is tied to their environment and their history. The rugged terrain and the harsh climate of the Himalayas have necessitated unique social structures to ensure survival and prosperity. Land is precious in the high Himalayas. The steep slopes and limited arable land mean that every piece of land is valuable and must be used efficiently. Families want to keep their land together. By maintaining large, undivided plots, they can maximize agricultural output and ensure that the land remains productive for future generations. They don't want to divide it among many sons. Dividing the land would lead to smaller, less productive plots, which could threaten the family's livelihood, so brothers will often share a wife. This practice, known as fraternal polyandry, helps to keep the family land intact and ensures that all brothers have a stake in the family's future. This way, the land stays within the family. It also fosters a strong sense of unity and cooperation among the brothers as they work together to support their shared household. Polyandry also helps families manage their resources. With multiple husbands, there are more hands to work the fields, tend to the livestock, and perform other essential tasks. Life in the Himalayas is hard. The high altitude, cold temperatures, and rugged terrain make everyday tasks challenging and labor-intensive. Having multiple husbands means more people to work. This not only lightens the load for each individual, but also increases the overall productivity of the household. It means more support for the family. In times of need, whether due to illness, injury, or other hardships, having a larger family network provides a crucial safety net. The Tong women are at the heart of this system. They manage the household, they raise the children. They ensure that the daily needs of the family are met, and they play a vital role in maintaining the harmony and stability of the household. They are the pillars of their communities. Their strength, resilience, and dedication are what keep the family and the community thriving in the challenging environment of the Himalayas. The sun rises over the Himalayas. A new day begins for a Tong woman. Her life is one of constant work. She wakes up early to milk the yaks. She prepares breakfast for her husbands and children. Her days are filled with chores. She tends to the fields, collects firewood, and weaves clothes. Evenings are a time for family. The husbands, back from their work, gather around. They share stories with their wife and children. The woman listens patiently. She offers advice and support. She is the center of their world. Her strength is drawn from her family and her community. Section 4. Strong women, strong bonds, the spirit of the Tong. Tong women are known for their strength and resilience. Life in the Himalayas is challenging, but they face it head-on. They are adaptable and resourceful. They are the glue that holds their families together. They are respected members of their communities. Their strength comes from within. It comes from generations of Tong women before them. It comes from the bonds they share with their husbands, their families, and their communities. They are a testament to the power of the human spirit. Section 5. Mountains of Tradition, the changing face of polyandry. The traditions of the Tong people have endured for centuries. Nestled in the heart of the Himalayas, these remote villages have long been isolated from the rapid changes of the outside world. The Tong people have maintained their unique customs and way of life, passing them down through generations. But the world is changing. The once impenetrable barriers of geography and tradition are slowly being eroded by the forces of modernity. The serene landscapes that have witnessed countless sunrises and sunsets are now seeing the dawn of a new era. Modernity is slowly creeping into the remote villages of the Himalayas. New infrastructure, such as roads and cell towers, is making these once isolated communities more accessible. The blend of traditional homes with modern buildings is a testament to this transformation. With it comes new ideas and new challenges. The younger generation, equipped with smartphones and access to the internet, is exposed to a world vastly different from that of their ancestors. They're connecting with people and ideas far beyond their village boundaries. The practice of polyandry, once so common, is now fading. As young men and women mingle with peers who embrace modern lifestyles, the traditional practice of one woman marrying multiple brothers is becoming less prevalent. Empty traditional homes stand as silent witnesses to this shift. Young people are leaving the villages for better opportunities in the cities. The allure of education, employment, and a different way of life draws them away from their ancestral homes. Buses and trains carry them to bustling urban centers where new dreams are forged. They are exposed to different ways of life. In the cities, they encounter diverse cultures, ideas, and lifestyles. Classrooms filled with eager students and workplaces buzzing with activity offer a stark contrast to the quiet, traditional village life. They are questioning old traditions, some embrace the changes. Lively discussions among the youth reflect a growing curiosity and willingness to challenge the status quo. Modern fashion and new ways of thinking are becoming more common among the younger generation. Others hold on to the old ways. The elderly, dressed in traditional attire, continue to perform rituals and uphold customs that have defined their identity for centuries. They serve as the guardians of their cultural heritage. The future of polyandry among the Tong people is uncertain. As the old and new ways of life coexist, the community stands at a crossroads. The thoughtful expressions of the young Tong people reflect the weight of this uncertainty, but one thing remains constant: the strength and resilience of the Tong women. Whether in the fields or facing the challenges of a changing world, their spirit endures. They are the backbone of their community, embodying both tradition and the potential for change. Section 6, Beyond the Surface. Lessons from the Tong women. The story of the Tong women is a reminder that there are many ways to live in this world. Their practice of polyandry may seem unusual to some, but it is a reminder that cultural practices are shaped by history, environment, and necessity. The Tong women teach us about adaptability, resilience, and the importance of community. They show us that strength can be found in unexpected places. They challenge us to look beyond our own cultural norms and appreciate the diversity of human experience. Section 7, A World to Discover, Embracing Cultural Diversity. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, it is more important than ever to understand and appreciate different cultures. The Tong women, with their unique traditions and way of life, offer us a glimpse into a world very different from our own. Their story is a reminder that diversity makes our world richer It challenges us to open our minds and hearts to new ways of thinking and being. It teaches us to embrace the beauty of our differences and to find common ground in our shared humanity.